Just had the biggest earthquake I've ever felt since living in Taiwan. 7.5 east coast of Taiwan, and I thought the building was going to fall down, literally. The biggest earthquake Taiwan has seen in over 25 years. I was in Taipei when it happened, and it's the scariest thing I've experienced in my life. And I've had a few difficult and scary situations in my life as well. Let me tell you, I'm in Taipei, which is nowhere near, well, same country, but nowhere near the epicenter, which was Hualien. Now, Hualien was 7.4, 7.5, and we got hit with a 5.4 in Taipei. I cannot comprehend, I cannot even and want to start to imagine what it was like for the people who was in Hualien. It was scary enough here, as you can see. I'm just showing you some pictures here. It was scary enough here that I don't want to experience that in my life ever again. Now, what you're seeing here, these pictures, basically I did the opposite to what you're meant to do in an earthquake. I'm going to go into why, because I had visions of the building. I've got 29 floors in my building of just basically flopping over like it does in the movies, and you're just hanging there. Or it just snaps off and then you just fly down and smash into the ground. Look, I've experienced many earthquakes here, which, you know, some of them get a little bit some of them get a little bit scary, but you just hang tight and you wait it out and then it's done. But this one was different. As soon as it happened, it was different. And I actually thought that I was going to die. I thought this was the time where the building's going to collapse, flop over like in the movies, and then game over, which led me to quickly jump out of bed because it was like 8 a.m. here, and I was just scrolling through my phone and it started to happen. But it was violent. Straight away, it was violent. It wasn't a steady build-up like normal. The violence was there. I took my phone. I quickly put a vest on. I had some like pajama tracksuit bottoms or pants in my hand with my boxers on. Quickly put some trainers on. Ran out the door, which was wrong. And yeah, this picture here, basically the wall started to crack and fall to pieces just as I came out. And I thought, oh man, this is like the movies. I went downstairs. I'm on the 24th floor. And all I was thinking, right, the main shock's happening now. Not that I'm an expert, but maybe the aftershock's going to happen soon after. And if it's another strong one, this building's going to collapse. So I went down the staircases, and then the walls were cracking all the way down the staircases as well, just like the movies. And I just kept on going as fast as I could down to the 6th floor to reception. So I got down, and what I did, I ran outside and I sat outside my building, which is kind of open. And I sat there, and there's a few more people outside with IKEA flags, big flags. And then the aftershock came, and it was another strong one. The aftershock was actually, I think, 5.4 in Hualien, but it felt big again, and it was nearly knocking over the IKEA lampposts and flags. So I got up, I started sprinting again all the way down to the river near me. I was sprinting as fast as you can because we've got all buildings, 9 tall buildings to the left-hand side. And I just thought, if I'm under all these buildings, I'm outside now. If they start to collapse, they're going to collapse onto me. So this is a video soon after the event, what happened. And yeah, even now when I'm moving around, I feel like I'm wobbling. I'm so paranoid now. It's been the worst few days worth of sleep I've had. Look, but I'm saying this, and I wasn't in Hualien. So look, all my best wishes still go out to the families and the people who have lost loved ones. I think there have been 10 deaths for those who are still missing. But I'm just talking about my experience from Taipei. And as I said, I don't want to even imagine what it was like for the people, or still for the people who are in Hualien, because it's still going on with the aftershocks, which I'll take you to. So this is what happened straight away, as you'll be able to see here. Yeah. Just had the biggest earthquake I've ever felt since living in Taiwan. 7.5 east coast of Taiwan, and I thought the building was going to fall down, literally. The building I live in, which is just a black one over there, meant to be earthquake proof with thin material. I walked down and then the building next to it, all the windows broke, and I'm on the 24th floor, so I ran down the 24 floors after the main shake, like massive shake. Thought, right, this is it, I'm gonna die, but the TV didn't even fall down, which is good. I've just got my vest on and some pants, grabbed my shoes, grabbed my phone, that's important, and I've walked towards the river where I live, so I'm away from all the big buildings, and there's more down there. As soon as I ran down the stairs, I went outside. I live in the same building as IKEA, and then we had an aftershock, which was 6.4. So now all of Japan have got tsunami warnings and everything. That was massive. And if anyone's ever felt like they've come close to death or have come close to death, I've got that feeling right now. So that was straight after I'd just done a massive run, went down over 24 flights of stairs, and I just put myself away from everything. It was just me stood there, and I looked around and everyone else is just running, running by the river as normal, walking, you know, taking the dogs out. I thought, wow, maybe they didn't feel it. And then I realized, because I'm in the tall building, I felt the effect a lot more. Now, what happened is with my building, and this is where I got it wrong because buildings now, after the last big earthquake, buildings what are above 24 floors are reinforced with steel. I've wrote it down here, right? So buildings over 24 floors are now built, or they should be built with SRC, which is steel reinforced concrete. Now what it does, it gives more flexibility for taller buildings. So instead of breaking at the foundations and crumbling, it sways side to side, which is why my building, it's quite a new building, it was swaying like this. And you think, how on earth is it possible for something tall not to flop over and snap and collapse? But it actually just swayed with the flexibility it was built with this SRC building system, engineering system. And as I said in the video, even the TV didn't fall down, probably because of the different movement. It didn't move forward and back. It was a lateral movement, but my paintings were safe. Everything I've got on the wall, nothing actually fell down, although it was wobbling like crazy like this. Now, it goes into greater detail, you know, depending on the depth of the shakes, of the waves, and depending how old your building is and what foundations it's on, etc. But in Taipei, there wasn't a lot of structural damage as there was in Hualien, even with the older buildings, because it wasn't strong enough. And the only reason why we felt it massively in Taipei was because we're in the basin, so it felt like it was stronger than it was, but it was 5.4. So just looking onto the maps, just so everyone can see, look, this is a map here. You can see Taiwan, you can see Japan. Japan are known for having a lot of earthquakes as well. Okinawa is around here, which had a tsunami warning straight after. So let's just zoom in, because a lot of people are saying, look, is it safe to come to Taiwan? Is it safe to travel? Yes. Even with this earthquake, you know, it's been 25 years. Yes, we have some earthquakes which you can't really feel most of the time, but it's still safer than the risk of being beaten up, stabbed, or shot in majority of Western countries. And don't be fooled with the Western media trying to make this a big deal. It's good that they're covering it, but all the time the media are trying to focus on other countries to take away the mess of their own country. Okay, if I show you now on this latest earthquake website, okay, now you can see the two red ones, which was a 7.4, the big one in Hualien city. But before that, the day before, on the 2nd of April, there was a 4.61 in Japan. Okay, so you got to wonder, you know, was this getting ready for the big one? And then it hit Taiwan here with a 4.2, and then 7:58 a.m. of Wednesday, the 3rd of April, Taiwan got hit by the 7.4. Okay, now that's this, when the 7.41 hit in Taiwan, that's when Taipei felt. I thought it was 7.4 because it was so big, but the one we actually felt in Taipei was only I say only. Look, I shouldn't say that. It's a bit disrespectful, but it was 5.4. So that was the strength I felt with this. And look, it was massive. And then straight after the aftershock, when I was outside, what happened when I was outside and all the IKEA signs and lampposts were falling down was a 6.4. But then just take a look what happened after then, the same day. Look, 5.7, 5.5, 5.7, 5.2. Within an hour, 5.2. These are all aftershocks. Look at this. 5.6, 4.7, 4.9. Then it eases off. This is still the same day. I was out. I wasn't coming back. I stayed out the whole day. I worked from outside. Then it starts to die down. 4.1, 4.3. Still the same day. Look, this is still Hualien. This is still Hualien all the way up, all the way up, okay? Look, I'm scrolling through quickly until I get to today, where there's been a 4.6, 10 o'clock this morning, 4.6. You know, that's getting, and a 4.9 previous, that's getting close to 5. There's a 5.2 yesterday in Hualien. So, look, it just shows you, I didn't know that all these aftershocks are still happening. You know, we haven't been feeling it. We felt a slight one yesterday in Taipei, but it was for a few seconds. Now, for all the people who think, oh, it's just Taiwan, Asia, terrible. Here's New York. Apparently this happened yesterday. New York City experienced the biggest earthquake in the last 140 years. Apparently right now this is a cycle of earthquakes. 4.8. Friday morning. Not poor old Asia. This is happening in New York. This is what you should be doing, what I should be doing. Instead of running down 24 flights of stairs. Table. Just see the shaking out. So that's happening in New York. Now I'm going back to the earthquake map list. And here, so I've taken it off now. I've taken it off where it just shows Taiwan. And look, you can see, look, Hawaii. Now it's going back from newest first. So there's been one in Hawaii, Alaska, New Mexico. These are all small ones. Look, 1.6, 0.8. People aren't feeling them. New Caledonia, 5. Another one, Hualien City is there. Look, California being hit with aftershocks. Fiji Islands, 4.4. Nevada, 3.6. Tonga, 4.6. Taiwan, 4.9. There's some what happened in Japan, which were quite big as well. Hualien keeps being the big ones. But these are New Mexico. These are America. New Mexico and America are the bigger ones. Tennessee. Virgin Islands, 2.9. 3.6. Anguilla. Northern Marina Islands, 4.8. Everywhere being affected. Pakistan got a 4.3. Kyrgyzstan, 4.1. You just don't realize all these are happening. Washington, 1.6. India, 4.3. Okay. Now, going back to the reinforcements of buildings about the flexibility, okay? Taipei 101, one of the biggest, tallest buildings in the world.
How did a 508-meter tall building in Taiwan not collapse during their biggest earthquake in 25 years? It's all thanks to this big yellow ball. Due to its huge size, the tower is prone to swaying in earthquakes or strong winds, but a wind damper inside, equipped with springs and moving weights, steadies the immense tower.
So, look, Taipei 101 and the new constructions have weighted, coiled, I forgot what they called it, like a cylinder, what keeps the weight even and allows the flexibility for even momentum. This is along with the SRCs, the steel reinforced concrete as well. That's just talking through a few things which I've been seeing lately. I just wanted to let people know my experiences from Taipei, not even in Hualien. God bless them all. And look, my legs are killing from running down the stairs, sprinting to the riverside. Then I ran back up the stairs to collect some things after the second aftershock. Then I ran back down because it started again with another aftershock. And my legs, my IT bands and everything, and my calves are killing me. But look, I can't complain. I'm very lucky and fortunate compared to what happened. But look, you're safe to come to Taiwan. You're safe to come and move to Taiwan to travel around. I've seen a few questions in some of the Facebook groups I'm in. People are a little bit nervous coming to canceling flights. Don't cancel your flights, okay? Look, Taiwan and most of Asia is still a safe place to live. You know, this was once every 25 years. Yes, we get the odd one, you know, every 1 or 2 years, not as big as this. Okay, so don't get in your head that it's dangerous now. Okay, it can happen anywhere in the world. Look at the massive one in, was it Christchurch in New Zealand, Chile always have massive ones. India have bad ones. Look, take care when you come. Okay, Google online safety tips. Normally now, at least I know that the newer, taller buildings, touch wood, are a little bit safer. And look, like always, best wishes to everyone all the families who have still got family members who are missing, and I hope everything works out well. Okay, but that was a little bit from my side of what happened here in Taipei. Now I know I'm a little bit more clued on about what to do now instead of running out and getting crushed through crumbling buildings or objects falling on my head. I'm just going to go under my table. No way am I going to run out of the buildings anymore. Okay. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay well. Best wishes.